My name's Ashley, this is Life Beyond Locks, and today I want to take a look at this Amazon wig that went crazy on my Instagram last week. So many people fell in love with it, had questions about it, so I thought it's only fair that we do a full look at her on YouTube here, so we're going to do that right now. This piece cost me about $30 Canadian, which is an excellent price, especially for the details that I'm going to share with you right now. First reason that I love this piece is the hair fiber. I don't know what kind of hair fibers they're using, but I will tell you this. There is always questions in my inbox about synthetic fibers. Number one, do they tangle, especially in long pieces? And number two, what do we do about the shine? And I will tell you, this fiber is one of the most matte fibers that I have ever seen on a synthetic, ever. It's really impressive. You would never need to apply a dry shampoo or baby powder to this because it just doesn't have that shiny synthetic look. It doesn't look wiggy at all. So that's a win, number one. Number two, one of the bigger concerns that we have about long synthetics is, do they tangle easily? Do they mat easily? But whatever it is with this fiber that keeps it looking matte also allows it to be pretty brushable. You can see that I can run my fingers through it without a whole lot of difficulty, and it has been in storage for like a year and a half. This one was on my shelf and then I randomly found it and thought, why didn't I wear this? And I put it on and went, oh, it's because it has bangs. What a silly reason. I can make this work. And when I started to play with her, I realized that I really fell in love with her and I actually want to buy more of these pieces. So yeah, this is really good. I can brush it, no issues. I mean, over time, will it matte or get frizzy? Probably, but we can add some silicones, we can add some products to it when necessary. But so far, nothing's been done to it and it's managing just fine. Reason number three that I like it is the density and the amount of hair that you get for the price. It's a lot of hair, but it doesn't look excessive. So I've got myself a measuring tape here. We're gonna take a look from the nape. How long does this hair actually extend? So from the nape to the bottom, if I pull the hair tight, because there are curls, you're looking at about 22 to 23 inches. And there are layers, so we'll go sort of from the middle here down. The shortest layer is about 17 inches, maybe 18 inches. So you've got these beautiful layers and a beautiful cut built right into it. The benefits of synthetic are many, and if you've watched my videos before, you've probably heard me talk about this, so I'll keep this bit short. But ultimately, they are great because they dry quickly, so if you're gonna wear them by the pool or outside where you might get wet, you don't have to worry about this changing in style. This style will always snap back when it dries. You never have to restyle it. And also it dries more quickly than human hair in a lot of cases. The other benefits are that it is fade resistant in the sun and chlorine won't affect it. So I'm thinking summertime, like if you're gonna be by the pool, if you're gonna be at the beach, if you're gonna be in the sun, you don't need to worry about damaging human hair pieces that you might have when you're wearing one of these. You'll still get the sun protection on your scalp, but you just don't have to worry about damage. And even if something goes wrong, it's inexpensive to replace. So there's just so many good reasons for having a synthetic piece like this in your wardrobe. Of course, the length is a lot longer than what I would wear on my day-to-day. My everyday piece is 19 inches and I feel like it's quite long on me, especially as a petite, short-framed person. But the longer lengths will allow you to do a really beautiful ponytail. So if you're wearing a sun hat, you can do a side ponytail, you can do a low bun. You just have more styling options. And I think that for the summertime when wearing a lot of hats, having that added length is really nice. Okay, let's take a look at this scalp. So I think it's pretty darn good. And I think you can see on camera here that it really does have the appearance, the illusion of a real scalp. Up close, you can see that it's artificial. I did try plucking it a little bit, but after removing just a few hairs, I realized that that wasn't going to do very well. So I left it as is, but quite honestly, I think it's pretty good. It reminds me a bit of a silk top. Okay, let's look at the inside of the cap. So this piece does come with bangs, and it's because it has this basic cap. So without the bangs, you would have a great deal of difficulty trying to get this to blend with your bio hair or just looking natural. So they had to include bangs for that reason, and or they'd have to add lace. So to keep the cost down, they just did bangs, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like on, and I think you can manage it. So we've got a very basic cap, we've got open wefting here, and we've got adjusters that are the bra hook kind of style. You also have ear tabs, but they're not great. I'm gonna tell you, there's no metal in them, and I do find that the hair sits really far back on my hairline. So for blending, this isn't a great option. I don't think an ear tuck is really all that feasible for my head. And part of the reason for that, in addition to just the construction of this cap, is that I have a small head. So I'm 21.25 inches in circumference, and this definitely fits a lot larger. I've got it cinched in all the way, and it's still quite big on me, but for the purposes of wearing it around the beach or by the pool, I just don't think that that's a big deal. Now, it might be for you, so I did want to tell you about it. And of course, there's nothing wrong with it being a deal breaker for you if it is. Let's put her on and see how she looks on me. So you do not need to wear a wig cap necessarily, or a wig grip with this, but I'm just going to leave on my wig grip that I wear every day. And I do think that that will help for those of you who feel like she's running way too big for you. Having the grip will probably help. Okay, so you can see this is definitely a different color than my bio hair, and it does sit pretty far back on me. So in terms of the blend, it's just not, and this, I could almost stick it over my ears. Yeah, I can. That's how big the cap is on me. I could just put it right over my ears. So I won't do that because it's not comfortable, but it definitely sits large. Again, not a deal breaker though, because I plan to wear this more like beachside, poolside with a sun hat, something like that. So you can see how easily she's combing through. And yes, I'm just using a regular wide bristled brush. Not recommended, but it's what I'm doing, and it's gonna be fine. Okay, so the bangs, they actually were longer, and I cut them just a little bit shorter. So that might be an issue, again, depending on your cap size, but I'm short and I have a small head. So if I set this exactly where I should, the bangs come down to here. So this gives you two options. One is to style them into a curtain bang, which I did for my Instagram video, and they've sort of fallen back now, but I used a hot comb, and though they're not heat-friendly synthetics, I just made it work really quickly, and it was fine. So you could part them again. I think I need to brush it a little bit more. There is some permatease up at the top there, but I could just make it work as a curtain bang. The other thing that you could do is, if you have a really small head like I do, you can cut the bangs even shorter, which is a total possibility. I think it's good that they're long though, because for somebody who does have more height to them and a larger head, especially if you have a larger forehead than I have, then having that length is going to be advantageous, because there's nothing worse than having bangs that are too short when you want them to be longer. So easy fix is to put them into more of a curtain bang kind of formation. And of course, if I really wanted to leave them in the front, then I could just sit this a little bit further back if I wanted, or I can cut them more, as I said, which is another possibility. It also just takes some getting used to having bangs, I feel like, because when I filmed with this piece before, the bangs didn't bother me, and now they're driving me bananas, but I do have to get used to it. The color, it comes in several different, look at the length there. It comes in several different colors, but this particular one, though it looks a little artificial to me, I really like it because it has that melt, that balayage kind of look that I just think is really pretty and makes it potentially less obvious. If you're seeing layers here, I did cut some layers into it myself with our scissors at home, just so that I would have more face framing stuff to work with. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like with a side ponytail. So this is where I think that this piece is great, is that you have the length here to do like a side pony like this, or a side braid, which would be so lovely if you're wearing a sun hat with it, or even a baseball hat if that's something that you like to wear in the summertime, but you just have the flexibility. You can do a little bun, make it more casual. So there are options when you have so much length. Anyways, this is it, my inexpensive Amazon wig. Let me know please in the comments if you would like to see more of these really budget-friendly pieces, or if we should just pass on them. Would you wear something like this? Would you want to see any changes made to it? Let me know, please. I definitely will purchase some more of them. If it's something that you want to see, but I also, you know, want to give you the content that you want to see. So let me know below if that's something that you'd like or not. And yeah, see you at the next video.